A production process is a set of activities, operations, and resources used to transform raw materials into finished products that meet market needs or demands. In industrial settings, these processes not only transform inputs, they also optimize resources, improve efficiency, and enable product differentiation in highly competitive markets. Let us explore how this concept applies to an industry dedicated to plastic processing and the production of packaging. Phase 1. Input of materials and services. Everything begins with the reception of raw materials, mainly plastic resins such as low or high-density polyethylene. Technical specifications are recorded, including the type of packaging required, dimensions, thickness, color, resistance, and production volume. Simultaneously, resources are prepared, machinery, calibration, mold setup, extruder configuration, and assignment of specialized technical personnel. Phase 2. Transformation manufacturing process. This is where the core transformation occurs, the conversion of plastic into packaging. First, plastic extrusion takes place, where the resin is melted and turned into a continuous film through pressure and heat. Next comes forming and cutting. The film is shaped, folded, and cut to the required dimensions. Then sealing and finishing are performed. Heat is applied to seal edges, logos or labels are printed, and structural quality is verified. Finally, quality control is conducted, visual inspection, resistance testing, thickness measurement, and validation against technical standards. Phase 3. Output of service. Once the process is complete, the finished packaging is packed and stored, ready for distribution. Production reports are delivered, including efficiency metrics, material consumption, and compliance with specifications, and most importantly, industrial customer satisfaction is ensured, reflected in product quality, timely delivery, and supplier reliability. Thus, the production process in a plastic packaging industry shows how each stage from resin reception to final packaging designed to transform raw materials into functional and efficient solutions, a clear example of how technology, precision, and industrial planning come together to create value and supply the world with essential products. Now let's explore the production process in a Phase 1. Input of materials and services. Everything begins with the reception of ingredients: flour, eggs, sugar, fruits, chocolate, utensils, and kitchen equipment. Orders are recorded, including the type of product requested, quantities, delivery dates, and customer preferences. At the same time, resources are prepared. Staff organization, recipe review, oven calibration, and ingredients set up according to the type of preparation. Phase 2. Transformation. Product preparation. This is where the main transformation occurs, the creation of bakery products. It starts with mixed preparation, beating, kneading, and combining ingredients according to the recipe. Then comes baking and decorating, baking, cooling, glazing, filling, and final presentation. Finally, quality control is performed, verifying taste, texture, presentation, and compliance with established standards. Phase 3. Output of service. Once the products are completed, they are delivered, packaged, labeled, and distributed to the customer or point of sale. Production reports and recipes are provided, documenting the process and allowing for future adjustments. And most importantly, customer satisfaction is achieved, reflected in product quality, timely delivery, and overall service experience. Thus, the production process in a bakery shows how each stage from ingredient reception to cake delivery is designed to transform inputs into memorable moments. A delicious example of how planning, technique, and creativity come together to create value and sweeten life. It's important to understand that production processes are not limited to the manufacturing of tangible goods. There are also service-oriented processes where value is generated through intangible but equally structured activities. For example, in a clinic, The production process involves medical care from diagnosis to patient follow-up. In a consultancy's information and expertise are transformed into strategic solutions for the client. Even if there is no physical product at the end, the focus remains the same. Transforming inputs such as time, knowledge, or infrastructure into results that meet a specific need. Let's explore the production process in a veterinary clinic. Phase 1. Input of materials and services. Everything begins with the reception of patients, that is, pets arriving with their owners. Information is recorded, including medical history, symptoms, and relevant background. Meanwhile, resources are prepared, medications, medical equipment, surgical supplies, and specialized personnel for each case. Phase 2. Transformation medical care. This is where the main transformation occurs: medical attention. It starts with an initial medical evaluation, including physical examination and diagnoses. Then treatments are applied, which may include vaccination, deworming, surgery, therapy, or emergency care, depending on the case. Finally, monitoring and recovery take place, including post-operative follow-up, progress tracking, and special care for each pet. Phase 3. Output of service. Once treatment is complete, the pet is discharged, along with recommendations, medications, and follow-up appointments. Reports and prescriptions are provided, documenting the process and guiding future care. And most importantly, client satisfaction is achieved, reflected in the pet's improved health and the trust placed in the service. Thus, the production process in a veterinary clinic shows how each stage from reception to recovery is designed to transform inputs into well-being, a clear example of how efficiency, planning, and care come together to create value and save lives. Thank you for joining us on this journey through production processes. If you found this content useful or interesting, don't forget to leave a like and share it with others who value continuous improvement and industrial safety. Subscribing costs nothing, but it means a lot to us. It helps us grow, create quality content, and strengthen this community committed to knowledge and prevention. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos on protocols, innovation, and lessons learned from industrial history. See you next time.